You know, every landscape tells a story, but some of the best stories, well, they aren't on any official map. They're hidden in the names of mountains, they're whispered in secret halls, and they are very much alive in local folklore. So today, we're exploring America's unseen atlas, the secret histories embedded all around us, from billion-year-old rocks to legends that are still walking among us.
Our journey starts right here with this absolutely incredible rock formation. It's called the Devil's Honeycomb, and you can find it atop Hughes Mountain in Missouri. I mean, look at it. It's a rare geological wonder, ancient molten rock that cooled down and contracted into these perfect polygonal columns. It's a stunning natural sight, but it has a very unnatural sounding name.
And it's not just this one. All across America, you'll find places like the Devil's Backbone, Devil's Den, and Devil's Elbow. And it really makes you wonder, right? Why do we attach these supernatural, mythical, and sometimes kind of sinister names to some of the world's most beautiful natural features? That's the big question we're unpacking today. So, to find some answers, we're going to start where the stories are literally carved into the land itself. First up, let's look for secrets held in stone. Okay, at first glance, this might look like a snapshot from a safari, but what you're actually looking at are the Elephant Rocks of Missouri. These are gigantic granite boulders weathered over 1.2 billion years into shapes that look uncannily like a herd of elephants. It's a pretty playful reminder that nature itself can have a great sense of humor. But not far from those playful elephants, the landscape takes a much more dramatic turn. This is the Devil's Tollgate, an imposing and narrow pass that cuts right through a sheer wall of granite. The name alone tells you the feeling here is totally different. And it turns out these names are tied to some really powerful stories. According to a legend from the Piankisha tribe, a maiden was once trapped here by a monster. To save her, the Great Spirit shattered the granite wall with a lightning bolt, creating this very pass. This legend just goes to show how the land itself becomes a canvas for our oldest tales of danger and of salvation. But these legends that are etched in stone, they're just one kind of hidden history. Sometimes the secrets aren't kept by the earth, but by the people who walk on it. And that brings us from secrets kept by the land to those kept by people, in the, well, shadowy world of secret societies. Let's just look at two of the most famous. On one hand, you've got the Freemasons, with roots that stretch all the way back to medieval Europe. They're known for their charity work and their elaborate rituals, and they counted members like George Washington. Then, on the other hand, you have Skull and Bones, founded at Yale in 1832, a super exclusive club that's included multiple U.S. presidents and other power brokers. Now, this kind of secrecy has always fueled both fascination and, let's be honest, a lot of suspicion. But why? Well, maybe it's because these groups tap into a fundamental human desire to belong to something special, to have knowledge that other people don't. And that allure is so powerful it can actually shape politics. The Freemasons, for example, inspired America's first third political party, the Anti-Masonic Party. And it fuels endless conspiracy theories about groups like Skull and Bones wielding power just out of our sight. But secret histories aren't just confined to the distant past or some hidden lodge. Some of them are very much alive, taking the form of modern myths that, well, walk among us. We're talking about cryptids. So what exactly is a cryptid? It's basically any creature from folklore whose existence is rumored but totally unproven. Think Bigfoot out in the Pacific Northwest, the Mothman in West Virginia, or the Beast of Brave Road in Wisconsin. These are the living legends of the American landscape. And get this, these aren't just campfire stories anymore. In a lot of places, these myths have become huge cultural and economic engines. Towns all over the country celebrate their local cryptids with annual festivals, museums, and all kinds of merchandise. So a legend like the Mothman or the Beast of Bray Road doesn't just haunt the woods, it can actually boost local tourism and shape a town's entire identity. So from ancient rocks named for devils, to secret societies shaping history, to modern monsters driving tourism, what we're seeing is that there's this hidden map of stories layered all across the country. You know, this quote really gets to the heart of the matter. It's a great reminder that when we only focus on the tourist-friendly version of a place, the deeper, more authentic stories, the real local treasures, they often get overlooked and forgotten. So the invitation really is to look deeper. In a place like Philadelphia, for example, there are countless historic houses beyond just the Liberty Bell. In New Orleans, behind those famous bead-strewn balconies are the stories of unsung heroes who truly built the city's culture. Every single place has these hidden layers. Which brings this whole map right back to your doorstep. It's easy to think these kinds of mysteries only exist in some remote mountains or famous old cities. But every town, every suburb, every neighborhood has its own folklore, its own forgotten figures, and its own secret history. The only real question is, what stories are hidden right where you live?
Take a look at this. This is Tower Rock, an ancient stone pillar completely isolated by the shifting currents of the Mississippi River. It has its own history, its own legends, and its own treacherous whirlpools. It's the perfect final reminder that no matter where you are, if you just look a little closer, the story is always there, waiting for you to find it.